Mission to explore Nepal.
I came by bicycle again, took me 1 year. With the bicycle it's possible in the mountains to carry, no way. I can carry maybe 14 kg, no more. The Great Himalayan Trail is life teaching. Buddhism, Christian, Hinduism, you can live together. And that's what we can learn from you. The people know it, that it's Visit 2020. People who can't travel, they can travel maybe in this 1-2 hour when I have a speech a bit to Nepal. For us, we have to make an appointment. We do, okay, next week we will see. But here, it's done in between hours.
Maria Theresia. So welcome to Highlights Tourism in Nepal. Please tell us about your experience of your cycling, your travels, trekkings in Nepal in the last few years or from the past.
Yeah, thank you for the hard welcome. This is the 4th time in Nepal, and 2 times I came with the bicycle to Nepal. The first time I had no idea about what is Nepal, and I stayed in a Tibetan family for 3 months in Pokhara. That was 2008, and I saw for the first time the big mountains and the culture, and I thought I have to come back. Once is not enough, yeah? And then I had the plan or the idea, I would like to visit this family again because they teach me a bit of life, yeah, from this culture. And I said, this is the final goal. I go by bicycle to Nepal, and I took the Silk Road. It took me 1 year, and when I arrived here, that was amazing, yeah. So then the 3rd time I came for the Khumbu Valley, the Everest Base Camp trekking, and when I was so close to these mountains, I thought I have to come again. And then I was reading about the Great Himalayan Trail, and then I was like, I have to do this. I have to do this. And you know, many years ago, the pioneers who did the big travels, when they went to South Pole or North Pole, they arrived by boat, by ship, or by horse. So for me it was like clear, if I want to walk this Great Himalayan Trail, I have to arrive, because it's not a joke. And I came by bicycle again, took me 1 year, and I said, when I can do this with my own muscle from my home door to Nepal, then I'm allowed to walk this Great Himalayan Trail.
Okay, tell us, how did you manage your logistic things during your cycling, you know, for 1 year? How did you manage those things?
Yeah, there's a lot of things what you have to think about, and I made a list what I need, like solar panel for charging battery. Yeah, so my bicycle full loaded was about 60 kg.
60 kg.
Yeah. With the bicycle it's possible in the mountains to carry, no way. I can carry maybe 14 kg, no more. Yeah, it's big logistic. You have to plan well that you are successful, and I think that's the same with the Great Himalayan Trail. You cannot come and think, I will walk for 4 months and I have a good time. You have to plan, and you have to find the right people. Good guide. I had a very good guide, Gurung. I have to say, without him and without the team, it would be not possible.
So actually, what exactly inspired you to come on this hard journey?
Yeah, it's a good question. For me, it's not just walking. When I want to do a trekking, I go for 2-3 weeks. Very nice areas like Manaslu, Langtang, or Khumbu Valley.
Yeah.
But this is something different. This is a big challenge, and I know before that I have to go over my borders to be successful. I cannot say after 30 days, oh, I don't want, I'm tired. I said many times to my guide, Sanjiba, I just can't, I'm tired. And then he said, you have to. We have to cross this river now. There's no other way. So that teaches you for the life, don't give up so quick. It can help me for later in my life in a job. If I get to a problem, solve it. Don't give up. Don't say, I don't know how to do. Try to find a solution. The Great Himalayan Trail is life teaching.
And tell us what kind of similarities, differences you find in the topography, climate, people's cultures, or say tourism perspectives in Switzerland and Nepal?
Yeah, there are many different ways, and the interesting thing is we can learn a lot from your culture, and I think also Nepal can learn from our culture. So we are developed, our country. We have a lot of things. We don't have hungry, for example. Everybody has a toilet. I saw areas in Jumla, very poor. The people live very poor. We were in a village, and I asked, "Where is the toilet?" And they were like, "You go to the garden. We don't have a toilet." So this is for us. This is very poor, yeah. But that teaches me like we have to be thankful what we have, and I think we would not be able to live in these rural areas. We can't. Maybe we are good in this computer things and all these strategy things, but the life, how to make fire, how to cook on fire, these things we can learn from you, yeah. And not only these things, also about what is happiness, what makes me happy. When it was a hot day and we came to a river and there was cold water and I could do with the cold water like this is the best thing, yeah. To have clean water from a river, that's happiness. But sometimes in our culture we forget that because we just have it.
Mary, you've been mentioning about one of the Tibetan families in Nepal. What is that about? Can you give us some information or share your experience about these Tibetan families?
Yeah, that was the reason why I came to Nepal. I was in Switzerland and finished my first study, and was asking my friend, I have time for 3 months, what should I do? And she said, go to Konga and Yangchen in Pokhara. They can need you, they can need your help. I said, oh, where is Pokhara and who is Konga and Yangchen? 2 weeks later I was in the airport in Pokhara and he came to pick me up. And they live here in Nepal, in this refugee camp, Cherepatan. And I could teach them in different things like language. English language, a little bit. And for example, counting, basic things. Yeah. And also on the trekking now we saw a lot of areas where Tibetan people live. And this is one thing I really think is amazing in Nepal, that so many culture, so many different religion, that you can live together in peace. Yes. There's no fighting. Buddhism, Christian, Hinduism, you can live together. And that's what we can learn from you. Not to fight if somebody is thinking in another way, another religion.
So actually our Nepal government has declared the year 20 to be Nepal visit year, to bring more tourists to Nepal. So what do you think can Nepal government do, or say tourism sector do, to promote incoming of more tourists in Nepal?
Yeah, this is a big thing, yeah, Visit Nepal 2020. Yes. You have a lot of tourists every year because of the mountains. Not only, I think also because when I talk about Nepal in my country, when they haven't been, they think about, oh, it's something mystical, yeah. These people from the mountain, from the high mountain, the Himalaya, and they will visit once to see it, to feel this spirit you have. But I think important is also from the government that the people know it, that it's Visit 2020, that I can see in Switzerland, oh, they're doing something special in 2020, maybe culture program, or there's something going on in Nepal. We have to know it in the countries. I see it here a lot, the sign and everything, but I also have to see it in Switzerland or in Europe.
Okay, you have been working so hard to come to Nepal and visit families, and you said that it's going to support you in your future jobs or careers. How does it match?
Yeah, it depends on you what you do with these things you saw or the experience. You just can walk and enjoy and talking with your guide and having a good time and nice weather and what else, but it's much more. I have to think or to walk active. I mean, not just walking, to think active. For example, I talked before to cross a river. We crossed once in Jumla region, and it was so cold, this water, and I was so finished. Yeah, I couldn't feel my legs, and I said to Sanjeev, I can't. I have to vomit. I feel so bad, and he said, we will manage that. We will go to the other side of the river. We take time, and it's not only about crossing this river, it's crossing rivers in life, yeah? You can do it if you really want. And I think this is also one thing, I'm 100% sure everybody has dreams. Maybe we in Europe are lucky that we can follow a dream easier than maybe if you have a dream in Nepal. Maybe it's very hard, especially maybe also as a girl or a young woman. But you should try to make it come true. Little steps, yeah. So we did this river, and this is successful, but only because I had the Sanjeev here and I had Nima here, and they helped me. Without them, it's not possible. And that's what I mean, what teaches me the Great Himalayan Trail. The people say, oh, you did it alone. No, it was not a one-woman show. It was with this team I could do it. And I think this is also in life. If you have the right people with you, a good team, you can be very successful.
So you used the Great Himalayan Trails for your cycling. And while crossing these Russian trails and these Asian trails, like going through these like various Asian states, like again then ultimately coming back to Nepal, you know. So is your government also supporting your program?
The government does not support my travel with money, for example, no. I have to say I have sponsors for some my material, but the journey I pay by myself. It's 80% of my money is going in this journey, and some people, they buy a car, they buy a house. I invest the money in this travel, because I think travel is a very good school, especially for us Western or European people, because we can learn a lot. When I come back, I know what it means to have clean water, things like this. So I invest the money in travel to learn. And when I can inspire people, especially young people, when they say, yes, maybe I would like to go to Nepal and see how the people live, this is one of the best things.
So are you going to tell your people in Switzerland that you learn two things from Nepal? One thing from Cambodia, or one from Laos, something like that?
Of course, yeah. I think when you do a travel like this, after you are responsible, to tell the people what you saw on this world, because also in Switzerland it's not possible for everybody to do a travel. Some people, they think, this is a rich country, everybody can do what they want. No, we also have to work for the money. And if you compare, a bread is not 80 rupees, it's like $3, $4, $5. A coffee is $5. So not everybody can just go to a restaurant and eat outside. But yeah, of course, I have to talk about this travel, and I will show pictures, and there is a movie in a TV show coming also from the Great Himalayan Trail in the Swiss National TV. And this is really important that people who can't travel, they can travel maybe in this 1-2 hour when I have a speech a bit to Nepal.
You must have earned a big reputation in your country as a trail maker.
Yeah, the people, I think they know that this Swiss girl is cycling to Nepal with the bicycle and doing the Great Himalayan Trail, and they are interested in this journey, and I hope and I know that they will come to listen for the story.
In Kathmandu, did you meet any media persons, any journalists who came to you and talked about your experiences in this field?
That this is the first time here with you to talk about this, and this is of course very, very nice. We had a meeting in the map house, but this is more about the maps and the route, and that was a really nice talk with them.
Are you making any video documentaries, or say are you keeping any documentation about your trip?
There will be a documentary in the Swiss National TV. They came to Nepal in April, and they joined for the first 3 weeks. And then I did a lot of videos on the way with my camera. So they will cut it together to a film, and we will see in September in the Swiss National TV about this trail from Kanchenjunga to Jumla. There's a cut of all the parts. Yeah.
Do you have any universal message from your learnings to the people of Nepal or the onlookers of this program?
Wow. In a short sentence, yeah, I could talk a lot now. I have 3 messages, and one is, of course, if you come to Nepal, the people are very, very friendly. They're open, welcome, yeah. And this we can learn, yeah, to welcome the foreigners who come to our country in a warm way. And I had a guide for this trip. Some people, they do trekking without the guide, and I think it's very nice if you have a guide. You can learn a lot. This is one important thing. Then about the dreams, yeah, I'm sure we have dreams or we have goals, and that we go for that, and that we invest all our energy in this life to reach this, even if it's a very small dream. Maybe to have, I don't know, the new kitchen or maybe something. Yeah, it must be not a travel, but that we go with energy for that, and it doesn't matter if man or woman. Yeah.
So, what is your experience about working with the Nepali guides in Nepal?
I have 2 experiences. When I have to be honest, I started with another guide this trip, and with a big group, and we had some problems. We had really problems, but I always say it needs both sides. It's not only something wrong with this guy. It's also I did mistakes, and it just didn't match. Yeah. Then I was very lucky. I could call Dava Lama Tamang. He has a travel trekking agency in Kathmandu, and I said, Dava, you have to help me. I have to have another guide and a good team. And he know Sanjeev Gurung, so he called him, and in between hours it was organized. So that's also one thing. If you have a problem, there are people who help you if you have the contact. And it's amazing how fast you can solve a problem in Nepal. For us, we have to make an appointment. We do, okay, next week we will see. But here it's done in between hours. So he organized the whole itinerary for this Great Himalayan Trail, which is a lot of work. It's 100 days, and he just did it overnight. Yeah, it's amazing.
Are you planning to come back to Nepal again in the future?
Of course, yeah. I will come back. Yeah.
Okay, Maria, we are very happy to receive you here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.